Ever wonder how your property taxes are calculated? Let's just say you live in a town that only has 3 houses. Each house is different, so they each have a different value. And the cost of the town's services is $12,000, while the total property value adds up to $800,000. Now, in order to get the tax rate, we take the total cost of services, the town budget, and divide it by the combined property values. In this case, $12,000 divided by $800,000 equals 0.015, or a mill rate of $15 of tax per $1,000 of value. Now, to determine your taxes, we take that tax rate of 0.015 and multiply it by the value of each house, which gives us a total of $12,000. So the taxes pay for the town services. Now, what happens if property values rise, but the cost of town services stays the same? If our property values rise by the same percentage, say 20%, you can see that each house's value goes up, and the combined total value goes from $800,000 to $960,000, while the town services remain at $12,000. We do the same division, 12,000 divided by 960,000, and that gives us 0.0125, or $12.50 per $1,000 in value. When we recalculate the taxes actually remain unchanged for the 3 properties, even though the property values increased. Now, if all property values rise again by different percentages, say 5% for the first house, 10% for the second, and 15% for the third, after we do that calculation, we end up with a total property value of $1,065,000. Again, the cost of town services has remained the same at $12,000. So when we do the same calculation this time, 12,000 divided by 1,065,000, we get a tax rate of 0.01126. Now when we calculate the taxes, we can see that house 1 and 2 pay less, while house 3 pays more, because the property values changed in relation to one another. In summary, if the cost of town services stays the same, a higher assessed value doesn't always mean a higher tax bill. If you have questions about your tax bill, please feel free to reach out to our assessing department.